Bill Cassidy in Louisiana. It looks like he's going to be an incumbent senator that's headed for defeat in this upcoming election. So we'll take a look at this three-way U.S. Senate race in Louisiana. So this article is a couple of weeks old from Punchbowl, but it does give you a nice overview of the state of this race. And it's pretty simple. Bill Cassidy, he's the incumbent senator, but he did kind of vote to convict Trump in the second impeachment. Not the kind of thing Trump is going to let go. So he is running for re-election, but there's a couple other candidates in this race. So let's take a minute and get on Wikipedia. Now the structure of this race is also different. Previously, Louisiana used the jungle primary. Now they're going back to partisan elections. And these primaries are coming up in a few weeks. But if nobody gets 50%, then there's going to be a later runoff. So I think that's a better system. I'm not a big fan of everybody running on one ballot. And I'm also a fan of runoffs, so nobody wins with 30 or 40% of the vote. You could go ranked choice, but I think this works pretty well. So who are the candidates? Well, we covered Bill Cassidy. And it seems like his days are numbered, because it seems like you don't get to go against Trump and then still win elections as a Republican. So yeah, he is conservative, but he didn't endorse Trump in 24. He's got that impeachment conviction. The only thing that could possibly save him is his incumbency, a split vote in the primary, and the amount of money he's raised. I don't think that's going to be enough, so then we turn our attention here to John Fleming. You can see right here, he's the state treasurer. He's got U.S. House experience. He's going to be the more conservative challenger. Then we've got Julia Letlow. Now, she's in the House. You might remember her husband died of COVID before he took office. Then Julia was elected after him. So 3 non-insignificant candidates. What about the endorsements? Well, Cassidy has Tim Scott. He's got John Thune. He's got AIPAC. John Fleming has some U.S. reps, and none of them are from this state. And then we've got Julia Letlow. She's got the heavy hitters. She's got Donald Trump. That's going to carry a ton of weight. And she's got current Governor Jeff Landry. So that's kind of a 1-2 punch. It seems like she would be a strong favorite to definitely make the runoff, if not win that runoff. So look at this money raised. Bill Cassidy, over 13 million, but John Fleming, not far behind. He's over 11. Julia Letlow, she's lagging here as of March 31st, under 4 million. So still a lot of cash on hand for both sides. But how does that translate into the polling? Well, get a load of this in the aggregates. In 270 to win, John Fleming is in the lead. On race to the White House, Cassidy is in the lead. And the average of both of those puts Letlow in the lead. So pretty crazy stuff. All 3 candidates routinely getting in the 20% range. Also about another 20 to 25 undecided. Now we've got several polls here from March, and the top 2 are all over the place. But if you look at the most recent poll here, incumbent Cassidy is in 3rd place with 21%. But in a hypothetical runoff, Letlow is leading Cassidy 54 to 24. Or if we're John Fleming, he leads Bill Cassidy 49 to 29. Now you can go back further. Cassidy is in the lead in some of these, but the bottom line is it looks like Cassidy is in a pretty weak position. So I don't think he's going to do anything at all. Now we can't forget about the Democrats here, but there's not much to say. This is a pretty conservative state in the Deep South. They have no top tier candidates. Maybe if they got John Bel Edwards, former governor, he would have made it more competitive, possibly under 10 points. But without him, they're going to be dipping into some pretty low-time candidates. In the general election, everybody thinks this is safe Republican. It's hard to disagree with that. Now let's get on Polymarket and see what we've got here for the Republican primary. So here, Julia Letlow is in the lead with 64%. John Fleming is at 29%. Bill Cassidy only at 8%. So it's pretty easy to bet against Cassidy here. And even John Fleming, trying to be the most conservative candidate, he's in his 70s. He doesn't have the Trump endorsement. I think I agree with this market. Julia Letlow probably the favorite. And as for the general election here, it's pretty overwhelming. Republicans at 90%, Dems at 8%. So it does seem like there's going to be a messy primary here for the Republicans. But I think without the blanket primary, it's going to be tough for Bill Cassidy to even make the runoff. And even if he did, I don't think he would stand much of a chance. It's kind of surprising that Bill Cassidy did vote to convict Trump being from Louisiana. But sometimes things happen that you don't expect. And usually once that happens, you wouldn't expect that candidate to run in the next election. We've seen it with plenty of other candidates that voted to impeach or convict Trump. But Cassidy here is sticking it out, although it seems like his days are numbered. So an incumbent more likely than not to be going down here in Louisiana. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the state of this race? Which 2 Republicans are going to make the runoff? Is Letlow the favorite? What do you think of Bill Cassidy? And did Dems stand any kind of a chance here at all? Let me know what you think down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.